Hey guys, BenKyo Baduk here. Alright, let's do some good old-fashioned 1-3-5 opening. I oriented it this way because I kind of wanted to enclose my corner towards white's 3-4 corner. Doesn't really matter too much. But yeah, more live commented play at 3dan with the old school account. So a bit of a weird placement here. We're just going to go ahead and make it awkward for this white stone to try to make a base. Yeah, you should just approach the corner. Even if you're afraid to get pincered or whatever, you're going to end up having to make that change eventually if you reach the really high levels. So yeah. So we're going to go ahead then and switch to another area. We could definitely invade here. Just, is it big, right? Because there's so much more of the board to play right now. Okay. Settle our group. If white undercuts us, we will ignore. Yeah. And one good common option when your opponent extends a little bit, not quite toward the star point, or even if it's all the way over there, is 2-3-3. So let's go ahead and do that. That makes it a little bit awkward for white to try to make this extension efficient. So yeah, white's blocking this way because they want there to still be territory here. But white's definitely not ideal here. So we are fine with this, even though we are undercut over there. Ah, slide. Okay, that's actually that's a bit of a weak move compared to the full-on invasions. I have a 5-part video series on the invasions of this shape or the low shape, like the low extension shape. If you just look on my channel, yeah, you can learn all those invasions. Okay, so I might ignore this one because it's not really doing that much. What happens if white attaches though? I should make a plan. I guess I could just respond once, but another idea is to attach here. You know what? I'll just respond. I mean, they could have invaded deeper, but they didn't, so sure. Yeah. I didn't really need to play this. There's other ways of handling this situation, but it's okay. Why is white playing right there on the 4th line? It's not like it really combos that well with going here. Like, they could always go here and probably survive inside, so I don't know if I care about this move. I'm just going to tenuki that. I kind of want to do something here, like cap it and threaten, or even attach. I'll go with an attach, I guess. I could also play here. Okay, actually, I'll play it over here. Oh, should I invade this, actually? And then strengthen the corner by doing that? Okay, here's what I'm going to do then. Yes. It's fine. I'll just play here. Yeah, so that's not really going to do too much to us. Yeah, in fact, I'm very happy for white to do that because now the corner is not invadable. And even if white extends around here, this is actually undercut. So I think the approach move was a bit weird. And I guess we don't need to bother continuing here. So after I played this, now I wonder if I could do something in here. So if I play this one, if white plays there, I can play knight's move. If white pushes and cuts, I'm going to sacrifice one stone, and then, yeah, it's going to be good for me. But they can attach across and cross cut. I can also exchange this diagonal down here and then go out, but still the same thing kind of applies. What if I start from here, white plays there, and then I just jump, peep, cover, push, push, or even play knight's move here and then knight's move.
9, 8,
Let's try.
6.
Yeah, it feels like after I played this, white was owing a move here. So we will try to punish this. If we get any connection back here, it's already happy for black. Yeah. Now, I talked a lot in the last live play video about not just accepting the solution, the first one you find, but to look for something better. So yes, we can connect back here, but then they wedge and do stuff and we end up getting only endgame reduction instead. This Hane looks more powerful. So don't just rush to go home, right? Like that's not a strong way of playing. This Hane is way harder for white to deal with than us just connecting back. All right, so if I bump and I Hane, this looks pretty awkward for white. Yeah, okay.
8, 7, 6, 5.
There's a lot of ways we could play this. And even just Atari Connect is already better than when we just connect without Hane. But yeah, this seems pretty hard for white to respond to. They have to basically extend. And we can't play here after because they could Atari and then Atari through. We have to Atari, then connect. If they try to play here, we can cut once. Actually, no, we can Atari, and then... No, actually, what we would do is we would Atari here, then we would connect. And then we just play the Liberty fight, I guess. Anyway, they played there. We can look at it more later. So this is really, really good for black now. I guess one question is, do they go down and try to capture everything? That's something that maybe I should have thought about a bit more. I think there were some problems with my reading actually just now. But actually there's this cut, like if we captured there and they blocked and then we cut, that would be a problem for white actually. So no, maybe we're fine. Yeah. I think if they went down, they would have kind of exploded over here. So we're fully connected back. This is really, really great for territory.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, now just going out somehow is fine here. So in the review, we'll dig into those variations a little bit and see if I misread anything. Yeah, I guess I don't have time right now to backtrack on what happened. So we'll keep that for later. Okay, They didn't really respond to us on this side, so something here is pretty big.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna make that exchange and then go here. I do lose some Aji, but I wanted to be careful with this group. Yeah, because if I just went here, they could push and Hane and yeah. I wanted to simplify, but it's probably a bad exchange.
9, 8, 7.
Anyway, we can start to develop this area. Good enough. Even though we can get cut, this group will be able to handle itself fine, especially because when white makes the cutting group, they have to manage that group. And because that group will be weak, there's only so much they can really do to us without overextending, putting themselves in danger. So this should be fine. Playing around here is still pretty big because white can actually build a Moyo here. And eventually it's possible for this white group to turn into a target. Right now it's a little bit strong, but yeah, eventually. Okay, yeah, so, They're gonna cut us if we're not careful, and we can have a lot of weak groups next to their stone. So instead of even pincering, I'm thinking of maybe playing this one.
9, 8, 7.
Sure, let's do that. They can get this extend, but it's not really territory, and we have Sente. And our group has gotten stronger now. We're all connected. Question is, what should I do to this group?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm not sure, actually. It's difficult to wall off on it
Left.
in a way that doesn't affect this corner. Because when they push out, they start getting out this way. If I wall off, they can bump and then Hane in and reduce some of my points. Little bit tricky.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'll just come out here then and pressure them from afar. Yeah, maybe around here somewhere was the actual biggest move. I'm thinking something like the star point. Normally, you don't want to let yourself get undercut, but they are leaking from here anyway. So any extension they play there doesn't really get points. But if I play low, it gives them more chances to build the center. So I'm thinking right here. Yeah.
9, 8, 7.
Okay, that's fine. We're happy to get stronger, I guess. Probably this one or this one. Or maybe even this. To bother their shape and stop this move from working well.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. I think connect was fine, but I decided to go here and try to be more annoying. If they cut, I can just extend or something and like manage the group just fine. Yeah, in this case, I'm gonna probably take the points. Still cannot really cut me. White's gonna get some forcing moves, but at least I get the territory. Now, instead of just capturing, it's always good, if your reading can handle it, it's always good to consider the extra pushing here. So white cuts, then we push here. If you're wrong about it, it could be a disaster for your corner. But when you're right about it, then it's very powerful and it really hurts this group. So if I go here, if white extends, then I Hane. Looks pretty powerful to me.
Nine, eight, seven, six, five, four, three.
Sure, let's do it. Even if I lose the corner, white might lose this entire group in order to push through and get the corner. So, yeah. This should be pretty annoying for white to handle. If white blocks, then that's much better than just taking. Right, so now that they go here, we literally have to play on this side, otherwise we lose this liberty fight here. So we Hane. Now, anytime that white pushes out and we extend, they're going to potentially lose these 2 stones. So that's why this plan is working well. Yeah, and I guess we have to bump here. And as soon as we have enough liberties here, and if we have Sente, because white keeps respawning here,
Now starts.
then we can extend this and then just start killing that. So it looks like we can even do it right now. So if I just go here, and then I just play a move on that side, we can just easily win the liberty fight, I think.
Nine, eight,
Yeah,
7,
should be fine. Should be fine. Famous last words, right? I play here, white's gonna have 4 liberties.
nine, eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Let's use one more Byoyomi here.
1. Last Byoyomi.
I don't want to be overconfident with this.
Nine, eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think we're ahead by 1. Otherwise, I could have just played Hane and connect. Or Hane and even go back there, something like that. But then white could also live in this corner and this group would have problems, so. Yeah, there might be something tricky with the fact that white gets the 2 Hanes. Maybe they can get an extra Liberty Race benefit.
Nine, eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
And they can cut here to slow me down on this side. To make this move self-Atari. Yeah, maybe I'm taking this too lightly. Well, if I do die here, then we'll just have to practice with coming back from behind. Yeah, 4 liberties. I think we're behind.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I think we're behind.
9, 8,
Hmm.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Connect, capture, here, there. So they have to make a ko actually. Yeah, they can do that, but that doesn't change anything actually, because I already accounted for that. That's a weird combination too. Sure. Yeah, okay, it's good for us. We also probably have plenty of co-threats, although they do too. Yeah, this one's annoying. It's a bit of a co-threat generator.
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5.
I'll play from this side because even though now they benefit from that exchange, they could get Sente with this one, for example. This ko is very big though. In fact, taking away a ko from them, a co-threat from them is probably a good idea.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
I'll use this local co-threat while I still can. Although I guess, because if they play here, I can ignore it. That's the thing, right? I can let them have the 2 stones. Okay. They did that. So they don't have any more co-threats here, I think. Nothing seems really big enough. So maybe over here or... Hmm.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, I decided to play this to take away a pretty good co-threat they would have. Maybe a different move was better. And the idea here is to try to ignore everything now. Yeah. One of the side effects is that white becomes somewhat weak after.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
To be honest, my gain from this ko is not that crazy. Okay, that's definitely not a co-threat. Yeah, we can handle that easily. So maybe I extend, maybe I jump. Probably extend. Jump is like exaggerating how weak white is, I think. Yeah, this will be very easy to settle.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
All right, that should put us ahead now. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So they have this move to connect under, but that would damage their outside. Push actually is probably the way to go here. Oh, should I push here first? That might be the better way.
8, 7,
Sure, let's do that. Push here first to make some cutting points. And then now this push has gained some power because of the liberties. Yeah. Yeah, coming out seems a lot better than extending around here. We could always do that later. If we come out, white doesn't have time to play around here. We could live easily just by playing around here, but we should live better.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
It's always important to keep an eye on your opponent's weakness because offense is the best defense. Go implements that idea to the extreme, actually. There's no such thing as like a strong like defense style in Go. It doesn't really work like that. You could play more solid than someone else, but you end up having to use that solidity to play bold moves to recoup your lacking efficiency.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
That's the thing, right? People who start the early game very, very solid and thick, they then use that to do powerful moves, bold things, ambitious, greedy type of things, and strong things. You can't just keep adding solid to solid. That's the very definition of inefficiency. Yeah, whereas the people who play very efficient and spread out in the beginning already are efficient, just that they have weaknesses, and so it's the other side of the coin. They have to protect the efficiency that they already have. It's like comparing Japanese counting method and Chinese counting method. They're just inverse.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know where to play now. I feel like our group is already pretty healthy. I couldn't bring myself to play here because it feels small, so I kept pushing. Yeah, we're not in Ko mode anymore, so I could respond to this. But even if they capture it, it's still not Sente. If anything, it's probably a good moment to turn the attack on them, which indirectly might help this group too.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, let's just try to pressure this group for a bit. I do want to capture this. I think it's quite big. But yeah, clearly white doesn't have time to capture that. It's good to find your moment to take control before you go back and respond sometimes. Get some little benefits here. Little by little. White does have a connection on the second line that is going to work. So we need to take that into account too. That white might be able to tenuki soon if we keep responding to everything. So it's all about the timing. Here I'm thinking maybe double hane.
9, 8, 7.
And you can see that this is kind of helping our big group in case it needed any more help. Even if we just connect, I think white's still in danger here.
9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Okay. We did make some gains that are potentially, that we could potentially liquefy or, you know, solidify. Okay, we got them to play there. That's already a win all out on its own. Now, even if we lose this stone, it's already dignified. So I'm starting to lose interest in this entire attack.
9,
Let's see how white responds to
5, 4, 3,
this one. Because this one also, I'm threatening to surround all this. So it can't be too much smaller than that. But we're also sort of keeping up some sense of pressure on this group.
nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Wasn't sure which shape to use here. So white's not worried about this group, huh? I might have to get white to prove it then. I wonder if white thinks that I don't know about this.
7,
That would be funny.
5, 4, 3.
And this is worth a few points, right? If white played there, there would be a few points. And later on, we can have like monkey jump or something there. So getting this kind of move along the way, kind of for free during attack, is something to pay attention to. Like that move alone is already at least Komi in terms of point value. Rather than, you know, rather than us playing another move out here, and which is worth question mark, and then we give them that one. Most of these stones are going to end up dame at the end, right? Neutral points. So at least this one has tangible point value. It's good to pay attention to those. Wow. That's desperate eye making. Okay. Sure. I guess I'll just leave it for actually.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Let me do a pseudo Tsuji here. If white Ataris, although I'll consider going down, but I can Atari here and get that, you know, save that stone for free. And then start to think about whether killing starts to become possible. Okay, so in context, we were able to get a move that normally might be an overplay. Yeah. And this capture
9,
here.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
My move might not make sense actually. Okay, might be okay actually. Now if I just play this, there is the ability to cut this. So when you have a ko like this, right? Let's just focus our gaze here for a second. The way to benefit from this later is you can actually cut here by pretending that this ko is filled. That's how you use a ko, right? We cut, they take, and then we fight ko. Yeah. Rather than connecting it and giving them the points move, right? So they wanted to make sure they're alive, so we're gonna move on now.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, time to just go back to normal and start making some points. We already gained a bunch of stones here and gained some benefit over here too, and even this one too. And we forced them to do that, and then we still got to come back and respond here. You see how that happened? So attacking is very profitable, as well as like not responding to everything.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
I'm actually not sure where to play now. This group, I don't feel any danger because we're connected over here. I think what I might do actually is just encircle some of this, which will also protect against this cutting point. Yeah, and the points are starting to look kind of okay over here. Okay, white responded in an indirect way. That's fine. Yeah. That move was big also because it just simply saves their stone, right? I could have Haned and captured. So this is not Sente, it's just a defense, right? Don't mistake this for Sente and respond to it.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, you just keep responding to everything, you're gonna lose so many points. You have to have really, really fresh thinking and sort of like, you want to have really rebellious thinking, I think, to keep evolving your play and to give your opponent pressure. Like, if you think about it, look at the black stones. They're connected, right? So why would that be Sente?
6.
There's only a few points there, so why would we protect it when we can play much bigger points like everywhere? This is a bit of like giving white points while we take points, so it's not very great, but if we can do it in Sente or have good follow-ups after, then it's kind of okay. But to be honest, it might have been better for us to just kind of jump in somewhere here. So yeah, while I was busy thinking of what to tell you guys, I think I might be trading a dollar for a dime here a little bit.
9, 8.
But if white continues anymore here, then we will definitely ignore. Otherwise they would push and then get Sente, and like we didn't really even profit much because look at what they got, right? So if we're gonna get Gote here, we need to at least have a way in. So if they didn't put that move and they played elsewhere, I would have gone in deep, you know, something that makes white awkward, not something that gives white an easy blocking move. Oh, by the way, we can actually Hane here. Should I cut first or should I Hane?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
I couldn't tell what was better actually. Because if I Hane, they might cut to trade with me and give up 2 stones. Because this exchange here of Hane and getting cut is giving white multiple points already. Yeah, so I didn't want to get into a bad trade there. All right. Now, before I connect, I just want to scan around the board to see what else there is. Like, when should I play monkey jump, for example? I could do it now, I guess, before I lose Sente here. I mean, connecting might be...
7,
Anyway.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, let's do that. I wouldn't want to extend down and Hane first because that would give white all those eye shapes in the corner if we do those reductions. And then moves on this side would be less threatening. So there's a certain order to things, right?
9, 8.
I'm also not playing this Atari
5, 4.
because let me just
2, 1.
because if white plays here and makes an empty triangle, right? Then that's happy for us because we can push, we can Atari, we can push again, and white won't be able to block. So we don't need to Atari here because they won't play here because it's bad for them. So it's good to keep white's shape looking kind of suspect so that in case we have combos between here and here, some peep or something.
7, 6,
Wow.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That move is very happy for us. Wow, we can get everything then. I guess if I do this, I'm in some danger. Okay, fine. What if I play this one? This one seems like Sente. Now we even get this one. Actually, can I do even better? What about this? Wow. Is white in trouble? What happened to white? Instead of here, they should have probably played this one.
9,
Oh, what if they...
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hmm. Yeah, I just realized they could play Hane, threatening to connect across, and then they can deal with us with like 2/2 or something. So I cannot quite kill it yet, but if they actually respond to this or tenuki, then I'm gonna attach here and kill. Okay, so they kind of saw it, I guess. Our fun is over. All right, anyway. What next?
Nine, eight, seven, six, five, four, three, two, one.
This one seems, yeah, seems annoying. What is big? I kind of want to cut this. I kind of want to cut this.
Nine, eight, seven, six, five, four, three.
Oh. To be honest, even if I just double Atari from this side after white takes, that seems like a point gain for me. But I might as well fight this Ko a little bit if I can. Because why not?
Nine, eight, seven, six, five, four, three, two, one.
Oh, I had the colors wrong this whole time, right?
Nine,
Whoopsie.
seven.
Yeah, I had the boxes wrong this whole time. The player boxes. I keep doing that. One of the reasons that happened this time is because I was getting games right before this where I was white, but then they kept escaping right away. So finally we got one, and this time I was black and I didn't switch it back. Okay, that one is Sente, sure. Yeah, I wonder if I should have Haned and Atari'd earlier. I don't know. Is this one a bad exchange? I don't want to do any bad exchanges.
Nine, eight, seven, six, five, four, three, two.
It weakens the power of my Hane here. But it does power up this move. I don't think that... yeah, I don't know. Connecting here might be decent. Eventually this cut might matter.
Eight, seven, six, five, four, three, two.
Yeah, I think this is okay. Yeah. And then I can use some of these moves. White cannot use this co-threat because it if they do that, then I could push Atari and capture.
Nine, eight, seven, six, five, four, three, two.
Oh, I just realized too, the other good thing about winning this co, like when I cut here, this entire thing's actually not alive. Oh, that's a terrible co-threat. That gives me points, actually. Because this is a place where white could have played. Yeah, I do want to win this co, actually.
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5.
All right, now it's time to use this up, I think. That is big. That is big. Yeah, but maybe not big enough, because if I win this co and then I cut, I think white's in trouble. Right? Yeah, I'm gonna bet on that.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think white's in trouble. Let's go ahead and cut. If nothing else, I'm gonna at least get this connect. And I do have co-threats here if I really want to do it.
8,
Oh, there's no co. What am I talking about?
5, 4.
I kind of fall, like, pseudo fall asleep sometimes when the game feels like it's already over. Let's see. If I fix my shape with this one here, push, cut, Atari.
9,
Yeah, I think this one can work.
7, 6, 5, 4.
If I were to push and cut there, they would just Atari and then push this way and capture these two. So this is probably a vital point for both of us in a way. This is where white wants to put a stone, probably, and at least one of the spots. And this is also where black gets a nice connection, while also peeping white. Does that work? If I just block, then white gets to go here, and when I cut, I get captured. However, what if I force once here first, then go there? But then white can jump through. Okay, so I need to suddenly switch for a second.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, instead of like being stubbornly determined to kill white, I should do something else. Yeah, I wonder if maybe this attach was what I needed to play instead. We will see. Anyway, I need to respond here. Yeah, this white group is in danger though. I need to be careful too of my own entire group. Well, so there's that as well. I'm definitely going to lean on the side of caution in the next few moves because I'm not alive. Or maybe it's too late for caution. Yeah, it is too late for caution, isn't it? Isn't it?
8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
But I think white's in trouble. I don't really need to Atari here because that's a false eye anyway. Probably just here is the best. Yeah, white's pretty dead, I think. I seem to have more liberties than white. Even if I didn't have more liberties than white, I would just use this. And cut. So white's threatening to push through and cut my whole thing. That's a clever idea. But before that really works, I can push here and make double false eye.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Yeah, this should be fine. And now, just anything to connect myself is going to be pretty much fine. So I'm thinking, do I bamboo it or do I attach here to speed things up there?
Nine, 8, 7,
Maybe attach.
5, 4,
Oh, no.
2, 1.
Yeah, no. No, if I attached, I would, after white Atari and connect, I'd have two places that I have to connect. Actually, there's no need for me to speed things up because, like, either we both have less liberties or we both have more liberties.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 Yoyomis left.
Yeah, games like this, when I kind of know how things are gonna go and I feel my mind feels like the game is already
9,
not meaningful anymore,
7,
then I get very sleepy.
5, 4,
I think you guys
2,
probably know what I'm talking about if you have a lot of experience playing at a lower level or like ranking up a new account. Okay.
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So I can Atari this because if they cut me, I can double Atari. And then they cannot connect. So let's do that. Let's make all these liberties fill up. And then we could even cut here now. So white is destroyed. White is very destroyed. GG. Here comes the pop-up. Yeah. Okay. All right. Enough evil cackling. All right. Let's take a quick look at the game. And wake up a little. So what can we learn from this game? So yeah, this is pretty awkward. It's just a good start for black. Black is just better. So white should approach, but if they really insist on splitting, then third line, I would say. Something like this. Or this. But I would suggest approaching and just learn. Even if I played here, white is still pretty awkward. Like, I think this one's better. But even this one, like white plays here, we play something like this. Still, how does white even continue? It's really weird. Anyway, it's all normal. Normal. This one, basically this white attach over here is, actually there's a number of things. Yeah, so I think responding did make sense. Maybe there's a more efficient way for black to respond. But again, I have a 5-part series of YouTube videos. All the invasion patterns for here when you have an approach, as well as against the low extension Joseki shape. So, and this of course applies also to this Joseki. In fact, that's what the videos cover, but it's mechanically the same in here. So you can check that out. And then this move just seems weird. Like, how do you continue it? Like, this is not a good shape for white. It made black uninvadable, and at the end, it's still undercut here, so it's hard to make territory on the right side. And if white blocks that, we just take away the territory from them, right? So yeah, it's really awkward. Don't make that shape. Yeah, and I think actually when I played here, white probably needs to play somewhere here or even like this. Maybe they can play here to pressure our group while also making it harder for black to invade. So that was part of the meaning of my move here. Another part of the meaning of this move, which you guys probably, you might be wondering actually why this is like the follow-up move and why we are playing something so slow. Let me know if you want a video on that. Maybe I'm continuing the meme of saying this in my videos, but yeah. Okay, so this is the part where I didn't really read as much as I should have. So if white plays here, we can cut. Yeah, and then connect. White's main hope of making us sad would be maybe this. We'll go ahead and Atari because it's just a good exchange to get in before we lose this bottom stone. And I think even just here is, yeah, it does work, yeah. We might lose the single stone, but yeah, this works. And now at the end, white probably has to play here too, so it's like pretty good for black. Even if we just made an eye here, it's pretty much eye versus no eye, so this should work too. So I don't think anything we did here is really too sus. However, another idea is to play like this and let white do this one and then benefit from that. Yeah, but I kind of wanted the territory instead. But I bet this isn't even too bad for black. But I think we could do better than that, so yeah. Same with this. We could do this one, which is much better than just immediately going here, going home, like running away with your tail between your legs like this. Definitely Hane is better. But still, I want to do better than this, and don't, and I don't want to let white have the next move here. So we played Hane. Yeah, this is really annoying for white. Black is significantly ahead right now, I think. Yeah, normally here or here. But this one makes it harder for white to use this attachment, and also keeps and has clamp and has moves down here, so it really pressures white more. And that makes it also complement our move over here better, which otherwise is at risk of being a bit wasted. So yeah, so I don't really regret this one. Yeah, I don't really regret this either, but I think somehow we overplayed though, I think. Maybe I need to use this. But even then, after this, white could play here. And we have 5 liberties. I mean, yeah, after this. It's always at least ko here, I think. Anyway, it's complicated enough here that that 30 seconds is a bit trying. Yeah, so I just played like, because white cannot finish the ko right now. White has to still Atari us and then fight the ko and win the ko again. That's why I used my turn to just remove ko threats, because there's actually multiple ko threats for white here, like at least 2. But now when I play there, I take away 2. It also means that I can for sure get my own ko threat. And I already was preparing to ignore here. Another ko threat we could play was this, but I'm already planning to let white take those because I thought this was more important. Although, to be honest, I think capturing here is actually very, very big. Yeah, but this just wasn't enough for white, I think. Yeah, and then switching to the attack, that's one of the things, the takeaways. Notice that I still got time to come back here, and it's worth noting that when white takes, it's not Sente. That's a big move. So if that were actually Sente to make me play here, then I wouldn't even allow it in the first place. I would just take it, right? But yeah, when white takes, it's not Sente on our life and death. Yeah, that's why when white played this Atari, we could switch to attacking here. And just notice all of the things happening here are gains for black. Right? Gains. This is too small to be really much of anything for white. And then we're getting some stuff here. Now there's all kinds of other ways I could have done this, but technically this move is a gain for white, but probably not as much as our gains so far. But also this one is worth probably more than Komi by itself, especially the way white ended up responding in the game. And then all these exchanges are just not happy for white. You know, this is getting shrunken. And then now we have that cut at the end and white had to play here. So that's a lot of gains. And then we just, white's alive, so we stop, right? And we go back to play here. Another big move is this one. Yeah, this is pretty big. But I think this one might be bigger. And then there's kind of not much else to say. Yeah. So if I had done this, right, white could use this. And if I keep killing, then white can connect. So I have to respond somehow, like this or like this. And then white just adds a move and white's fine, right? So I couldn't quite kill it because of that stone. And then we fight this ko. And the rest is history. So thank you guys so much for watching. I also really appreciate any likes, comments, etc. And I will be posting more regular format videos soon, like a topic lecture, and shorter as well, like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So look forward to that, if, you know, for those of you waiting for those. I've been doing more live go lately just because I've been exceedingly busy. And these are actually pretty easy to pump out because I just play, I just comment, kind of on autopilot, to be honest, because I'm so used to live commenting at this point. which is why I also kind of fall asleep in critical parts later in the game. Yeah, and but I'm aware that there's like a lot of these live go videos lately, so yeah, I will restore the balance. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.